In the next section, we're building out a full width, I call it social media focus, where you really want to draw people in to click on your social media. With the last section selected, go to the bottom, click on add new section, and we bring in a 4-column section, as this entire section is just going to be that 4 columns with some social media in it. Click outside, let's see what's going on here. We're going to make it full width. To do that, you have to select the row, design, sizing. We go to width, put it on 100. You can put it on %. I'm going to put it on VW, which is viewport width, the entire screen. Nothing is going to change because the maximum width is restricted to 1080 pixels. And we're going to do the same here, put it on full viewport width. And now we have it nicely stretched. Go up to layout, where you see the gap, horizontal gap, you put in 0. And for the vertical gap, you also put in 0. Select the section, design, spacing, and padding at the top 0, and link it to padding at the bottom to give 0. With the section selected, go to sizing, and we give it a height, and we'll put it at 200 pixels. Select the row. If you can't find the row on page, go to the layers panel on the left, select the row, sizing, and select this option, grow to fill, and that will stretch, basically grow it into the entire section container. In the layers panel, I'll open up my row, select the first column, and I'll change the background. That is under content, background, color, and I'll choose my heading text color for this one. Click on the plus to bring in content. I look for an icon. Select the icon, change it out, search for Facebook, and I'll choose this one. Facebook, these two look so similar. I'll choose this one. Hop on over to design, icon first, change the color, and we'll put it on Snow Bright. Then for the icon size, I'll put it on 36. Go one level up to the container. You can do that many ways. I'll just go here to the breadcrumbs and select column, layout, and put justify content in the center. I'll also just say align to the center, just in case it's not aligned to the center. To keep the style coherent, or rather similar to what we did up here, I'll add a border as well. That is at the column level. Select the column. We go to border, border width. I'll make it reasonable at 2, not too big. Border color, and we'll put that on white because the background is white. Let's see how this will look on our devices before we copy it. What we expect to see is we're going to see it break into these 2 columns like it did up here. And that is a default setting that Divi gives you. Even though it is a flex box, they gave you the settings because they think once you go to tablet, it's going to be too squashed, right? We need to give you a little bit of breathing space. And once you go to mobile, no, we need to give you a lot. So it's only going to be 1 column. But as you can see, we only have that one thing in there. It's basically a clickable box. I don't need these to break into different rows. Hop back to desktop. And I just want to say at this point, remember, when you select the column, content, link. This is where you make the entire column clickable by adding the link here to your Facebook account. That's how you direct them to your Facebook. So don't forget about the links. I always say at the end, when you're done with your website, go back and check links. Give it to family and friends. Ask them also to check the links. Make sure you added the links. It is so easy to forget it. To make it a bit more visual, let's duplicate this one so we can see how it will look on those devices and fix that first, and then we'll delete and we'll duplicate again. Only for tutorial purposes. When you design it, you do it a little bit more economically. I will select the row because that is where the columns are nested. When you select the row, go to content, elements, open up, and you see the 4 columns. I delete these. And I just do it from here because I found deleting and copying is very easily done within the elements section of the row. Select tablet. And here we have to go on a column by column basis. I'll select the first column, but I'm only going to do it for 1 column so you can see what's going on here. Design, and you should guess This will be under sizing of the column. Sizing, and at the bottom, the column class is set to half. It will fill half of your container width. At this moment, it is your row. I still want to keep it at 25%, which is a quarter. So I put it on quarter and you can see it moves, but these guys remain half. I'm not going to change them one by one. I will, again, just copy this one 4 times. Then we hop down to phone and we do the same. Go to the phone, select that one, column width class, and again, I'll put it on a quarter. Let's go back. What I think is interesting is I had put the section height on 200, but it seems that once I go into tablet, it didn't keep. Let me try 200 on tablet. Let me try 500. Oh, okay, so it is 200, but it feels strange to me. It doesn't feel like 200. Okay, we'll keep it there. It doesn't feel to me like 200. Maybe once all of them are the same size, it will work better. So let's do that. I go back to my row. And like I said, this is just for demonstration purposes. I'll delete these columns, then we duplicate them again. And now they all have the same settings in terms of how many columns. We go to tablet. Oh, okay, there I can see the 200 pixels are back. And then finally for the phone. And that's how I set it up. So 200 pixels, maybe this one you can reduce a little bit, but these are clickable links and they draw people into your social media. What you do, go to your next one or select this icon if you can. And if you cannot, layers panel on the left, select the icon. Go to icon and search for LinkedIn. We add LinkedIn and you change out the link just below it. Same for the next column. Or, like I said, you make the entire column clickable, not just that icon. It's usually better, especially on mobile devices where people often have a hard time to click. Make the entire column clickable, much easier. For this one, let's go for the icon and we search Instagram. And the last one, what shall we do here? Do we have a TikTok? Does Divi have a TikTok? Oh, Divi has a TikTok. And there we go. And just to spice it up, I'll go to the link in column, select the column, background, heading text color. I'll put that on our primary color. Ah, see, this looks really, really nice. This, though, is too close to this section, and we did add that extra space at the bottom in previous sections of 100 pixels. I'll click on this section, go to Design, Spacing, and at the bottom, I'll make sure it is on 100 pixels. Now it looks better. This one I'm not too worried about because we have this arrow. It's actually a lot of space. So in fact, on this section, which is strange, I have 2 sections. Oh well. Then you go to the top and I'll put the padding on 0. Push that up a little bit. Oh, let's have a look again on tablet. Yep. And then on phone. And always at this point, even though it looks good inside the builder, remember that problem that we run into with small devices like 360. Yet you can go to phone in Divi and let's go to the bottom, grab the bar here, drag it into 360 and see, oh, we made it barely, right? I was really worried these guys are going to be way too squashed, but they do a nice job even on really, really small devices. Anyway, let's go again to our front end. And remember, how do you get into this with your front end open? Let's refresh this first. Did I save? I don't remember. Go back, save. Then to the front end, refresh. And then hit the function key, F12 at the top of your keyboard. And make sure you put on this little responsive emulation. It's on iPad Air. I'm not too fond of this section. I probably will hide it. I've said that a few times. Also another old Divi thing with this border that often happens with that line there. And it's interesting. Previously, it wasn't there, but suddenly it is there. And it doesn't always appear. It appears now and again when you do those emulations. And then we have a look on the iPhone 12 Pro. I'm going to see those lines probably again. Looks good. Right? No, we don't see those lines here. Strange. Good. Our website for our coffee shop is coming along nicely and we're almost done. I think we are now at social media focus. We're going to look at brands, then we'll bring in a contact form, and then at the end, we'll just clean up everything with jump links. So only 3 more chapters to go.